Hi guys, welcome to part 3 of my 4-part series where I share my eyeshadow palette collection with you guys. So I did break this up into 4 separate videos so they wouldn't be so terribly long, but in part 3 we will be doing the first part of my drugstore palettes. So if you want to see what I've got, you're in the right place. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment. Hit the subscribe button followed by the bell notification. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you enjoy eyeshadow palettes or makeup in general, give us a thumbs up. So without further ado, let's get into these. Alright guys, I'm going to go through these as quickly as possible since I have a lot. But again, I've broken my drugstore ones down into 2 different videos because there's just a lot of them. So I'm going to start off with ones that I picked up from Shop Miss A. This isn't really a palette, but I thought I'd throw it in there. So I just took one of their Z palettes that you can purchase. These run, I think, $7.50. They don't have a mirror inside. You got the Z palette, and these are just some individual pans I picked up from them. They only cost $2.50 for each pan, and they're highly pigmented, so I strongly recommend that you pick these ones up. I'm also going in alphabetical order, so maybe that'll kind of help you get an idea of what's coming up next. So now we're going to move into BH Cosmetics. This first one here is their Blush Neutrals. It's a 26 color eyeshadow and blush palette. So you do get a combination of both. And that is what everything looks like. So these again are your blush shades across the top, and then all of the shadows. So these are, let's see, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers, and the rest are all matte shades. But this is a great palette. It's one I started out with when I first started doing my channel, and I really like it. All right, their next one is their 28 color foil eyeshadow palette. So this one is all shimmers, and they are simply gorgeous. If you have never purchased BH Cosmetic palettes before, just gorgeous. They blend out like a dream. To me, they're just one of the better eyeshadow palettes, and you can't beat the price on these. And BH Cosmetics has sales all the time on their websites. You can also pick them up through Ulta. All right, the next one is their Nouveau Neutrals 26 color shadow and blush palette. And this is an updated version of the one we just looked at. So you can see that these have warmer shades in it. And another great one. And again, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got about 9 shimmers in this one, so you get a little bit more of the shimmers in that palette. Then we're going to move on. Now, I used to have the original Carly Bible one, but I gave that to my daughter after I picked up her deluxe version of this. That's just beautiful packaging. This one has a combination of also highlighters and blushes as well as the shadows. And there's the highlighters there. I guess I'll just back out a little bit. So once again, another beautiful palette. This has a nice mirror inside as well. And then the last one that I have is their Glam Reflection palette. Try and get this so you can see it without the glare of everything. This again has a nice mirror inside of it and all of the shadows. So we're done with BH Cosmetics, but let's move on to ColourPop. So this is a newer one from me. I picked it up. This is their Fortune palette. And they do have the shade names on the back of the palette. No mirror inside, but these are the colors. And BH Cosmetics, and ColourPop shadows, you just cannot beat them. They're so good. Oh, they're just wonderful and yummy, and they blend out so well. The next one is You Had Me at Hello. This one does have a mirror inside. And again, with ColourPop, you could pick these up at Ulta as well. They don't have the full selection of them, so I like to get them usually at ColourPop's site. Then I have the Golden State of Mind. And once again, we have the color names on the back of it. No mirror in this one. And those are all the shimmers inside of that one. And then the other thing that ColourPop does is they put out individual pans. Now, for a while, they had the empty palettes that you could purchase. And some of their collections that they have come in these pans just like this, and they just simply go in these slots. However, this part you can actually rip out, which is what I did, and I have placed my individual pans inside of that. So this is one of them that I have. You can see I've got room for one more. And then I've also got this one. So as you can see, you can fit a total of 10 palettes inside one of these compared to just 4 the way that they ship them out. So if you ever want to add on, or you have some other palettes that are just individual ones you'd like to get into one, if you have these, turn them into this. All right, moving right along. Believe it or not, I only have one e.l.f. palette. I did a declutter a while back on my eyeshadow palettes, and I got rid of a lot of my e.l.f. one, but this is the Mad for Mattes eyeshadow palette. Nice little compact one, if I can open it. And you do get a mirror inside, and just like the name says, you get all mattes inside of this one. This is great for fall to get those deep dark looks, so that's another awesome palette. And then from JOAH Beauty, I have their birthday suit. I recently did a video using this, and it's called their Bear palette. And this is just stunning. I was so pleasantly surprised at how good this palette was. So this is another brand that has a lot of great products, and it's all K-Beauty. And I have a couple from KOKIE Cosmetics. I have this one here called their Unearthed palette. And you get these 9 shades inside. And then the last one is their Artist palette, the Peachy Queen. This one is a heavy duty metal one. It's nicely made. It's got a beautiful mirror inside. As you see my camera, these are the beautiful shades. So this one to me is a lot like the Just Peachy palette from Too Faced, but not quite. Really close though. All right, the next 2 palettes I have are both by JCAT Beauty, and they are their Extreme Access Pocket Shadows. So this one is in Red Carpet Premiere and Walk of Stardom. Let me open these up because I do get the lights bouncing back on those. So again, we have the Red Carpet Premiere and the Walk of Stardom. It's on this one here. Beautiful mix of both shimmers and mattes, and you can easily get quite a few different looks out of each of these palettes. They're so good. Get them if you get your hands on them. And then I only have one L'Oreal palette, but if you were to take a guess, what do you think it would be? Yes, it's the Paradise Enchanted. So it is their scented one. Honestly, I wasn't too fond of this one, and it has an artificial peach scent as far as I'm concerned. So it's okay, just nothing that ever blew me away. You know, it's L'Oreal, it's nothing exciting. All right, then when it comes to Maybelline, I only have 3 of their palettes. 2 of them are the City Mini palettes. This one is the Downtown Sunrise, and this is Rooftop Bronzes, and I haven't used it yet, obviously, because it's still in the box. This one was good, so I have to play around with this one and see how I like it as well. Can't speak to that one just yet. And then the other one I have is their Lemonade Craze. So yeah, this one I like. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about. It has a hint of a lemon smell to it, but really not much of one. So I was hoping for more out of this palette, but this one might be donated. I should be telling you what I'm going to donate not. I haven't quite decided yet, so we'll get on to that. And then Makeup Revolution. I am missing a couple of my palettes. I misplaced them somewhere, obviously. First one I absolutely love, and this is a perfect dupe for Kat Von D's palette, but this is their Ultra Eye Contour palette. Let's open that up. So this is all mattes, and it's just a beautiful palette to get some nice warm fall looks out of. And then this one is their 32-piece eyeshadow palette. It's the Flawless 3 Resurrection. Hey, there's my camera. And it has the names on one of these little plastic sheets. You get the tiniest little pans in this one, but they are so good and blend out like a dream. So I really like this one. All right, I also have my Makeup Revolution's Reloaded Iconic Neutrals 2 palette. So what they did is they kind of revamped some of their older palettes and reformulated them so they're even better. So this is the looks of that palette. And this one I love. I think it's just got a beautiful, you can use these colors any time of year because you've got pinks, you have browns, you have oranges, you have light tan shades. So this is a great one for all times. All right, now we're going to move on to MILANI. And you know MILANI puts out a lot of palettes, so they're always really great. They have a whole bunch of these different ones. So these are their everyday eye palettes. This one is in Earthy Elements. And yes, of course, it's got my warm shades in it that I absolutely love. They also always have a look that you can put together, and it tells you number by number, so kind of like, you know, paint by numbers type thing on the back of those. And then I have this one that is Must Have Metallics. And same thing, it has on the back an eye look that you can easily put together. And then this is a new one for them. It's their Gilded Desires. I was not blown away by this one, you guys. I don't know. It didn't blend out all that well for me. They do have names on them, but they have them on the back of the palette. And again, I just wasn't all that thrilled with the way they performed. They look so pretty, but I didn't care for them. So this one's probably going to get donated. All right, let's talk about my next palettes now. So this one is the Cosmic Metals palette. And you get 6 shadows in that. And it doesn't look on, when I look at the monitor, it doesn't look very shimmery on there, but they're actually very pretty. Let's see those. So they have a great shimmer to them. And then I have 2 of their Perfect Filter palettes. This one is Golden Hour and Rustic Antique. Let's open these ones up so you can see them a little better. These ones do not fold all the way open. So this one is Golden Hour. And this is Rustic Antique. Okay, so we are all the way up to the ends in my collection here. If you're wondering what happened to Morphe, I did a video on this that you've probably missed already because that is part 2. So I will have links to it down below in the description box, as well as part 1, which is all my high-end palettes. So I'm going to end this right here so we don't keep this as a long video, and be on the lookout for part 4, which means if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do that. Hit the notification bell as well so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you enjoy seeing all the palettes that I have, give this a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for me, please feel free to leave those down below in the down in the comment box below. So until next time, you guys, I love you all, and bye-bye.